Hello brethren, the Zophaic one here today, coming at you with the Serqet Support. Obviously in Conquest, a mode that I've been trying really hard to get good at. I'm gonna have a Cupid on my team, and in the opposite side we're gonna be going against a Umoja and another Cupid. So as you can see, I got Blink. I always get Blink on Serqet. I started my one. We had a Baron, so I ended up getting both Chalices and just didn't get boots because I needed to play like really aggressive and up in the wave in order to clear it. So I'd have to sacrifice a lot of my HP to not clear complete trash. And so I'm gonna need a lot of health pots to do that, obviously. And as you can see, we're actually not doing too bad in lane here. In terms of clearing, at least. I mean, obviously my health bar looks kind of bad, but so does theirs. So I feel like we're actually doing a decent job here. Like, it actually feels like we're winning lane. I'm gonna blink on this Cupid because I see kill potential on him, but you know, my Cupid really doesn't go in fast enough, so we kind of don't get it there. But I do think it was possible to kill a Cupid right there. So basically, the purple buffs are down, so we're kind of just waiting. My Pele wants to gank, so I'm trying to get my Cupid to go into the jungle with our Pele to maybe bait them in here, because they're going to think we're doing this Harpy. And we're actually going to be doing this Harpy, so you know, that's basically the plan here, but they don't really take the bait because they're just taking too long to clear, so we're just going to get the Harpy and move on. It was a good plan, especially with the laugh bait. Laughing just usually makes people want to come after you.
What's up, gamer? Ghastly.
So yeah, we're basically waiting for purple buffs to come back up, which they should be coming back up right now. So I think we're gonna clear this wave, maybe one more, and then we'll go for buffs. Because that's what you want to do when you have a lane presser. As soon as the buffs come back up, you want to go steal them. Got the hiccups. Hopefully that doesn't become too big of a problem. Yeah, and freaking the Umoja taking that buff, that felt really bad. Umoja is just such a strong character. Like, when I play her or when I'm playing into her, you can just feel her presence. I am mostly going to be analyzing this game and trying to say more intriguing things about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, more so than just trying to be entertaining this particular video, at least, which I mean that's probably going to be a lot of my videos. I'm going to have some videos where I care more about being entertaining and just talking, and then some where I actually care about talking through what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and that's more so going to be one of those videos. So right now I'm like really low, but I don't want to back till I hit level 5, so I'm basically just going to play really careful and try to get my Cupid to also play really careful and just kind of hold on, let them have a lane pressure and just hit level 5 and then go for a back.
Be careful.
So yeah, and VGS is really important in this game. Like, you know, I'm actually VGSing to my Cupid to be careful. My Cupid wanted to go in there, so of course I'm gonna follow up. I didn't really see too much kill potential there, but that's another thing that I feel like is really important, is that it's better for your whole team to be on the same page with a bad plan than for your team to just not be on the same page at all. So if my teammates try to get me to do stuff, I usually try to do it. So I'm gonna be buying Talaria boots because I just feel like Serqet doesn't really need the power that much, and I really like rotating early on Serqet. And obviously when you're rotating a lot, you want to have the extra movement speed on the Talaria boots. So I almost always buy Talaria boots in Serqet. Maybe if I'm getting a lot of kills already, like in the first 5 minutes, like we're just completely destroying them, I'll probably get Warrior Tabby. And if I'm getting completely destroyed, I'll probably get Reinforced. It's going to blink to peel for my off flash, but it doesn't end up working up because of the tick damage. That would have been a pretty nice play if I did that, because I know a lot of people don't like wasting their blinks on simple peels, but it can be worth it. Like there, it would have been worth it if I saved his life. So now I'm just going to sit in mid lane and not let this wave go to waste, because that's another thing you got to be careful on, in my opinion, just letting waves go to waste. Like if your teammate is already dead, you might as well just get the wave. So we got this little beads there. I knew if I could CC her and my Pele could go in like immediately, there may have been kill potential there, but at the very least, you know, I grabbed the beads. So it's just a worthy engagement, you know, not much came out of it, but we got that little victory with the beads. And those are little kind of victories you need to be going for, because those little victories can lead to bigger victories. So right now I'm calling a gank with my Pele, because I know the mid laner just had the back, basically. So she won't be making a rotation. I'm going to ult him to give myself CC immunity. And right now, my Pele is going to get soloed by the Emoja. So, basically, my Pele is just bad. And if my Pele wasn't bad, maybe if my Cupid helped more too. I don't really know what my Cupid was doing. That would have been 2 kills. So it definitely was a good rotation. And a good try. It's just the skill levels weren't there, I don't think. Because I really don't see how she got soloed by Emoja. I mean, Emoja's level 6, she's level 7. It really doesn't make sense how she did 1000 damage, but that's what my Pele said, is that they did 1000 damage. Cupid's gonna drop his ult. I mean, there's no kill potential there, so I don't know why I did that. Gonna catch their Cupid coming out of the jungle. I feel like there should have been kill potential there. I just feel like I'm not getting the best follow-up during this match.
Don't worry, champ.
I will say one thing, my Baron was doing well this game, and I do take note of that. You'll see me play in a certain way because my Baron's doing what he's doing later on. So here I'm just running, I'm like, bro, we don't win this fight, retreat. I'm calling the retreat early enough, it's just they have CC to make us kinda... I guess it's not early enough, because they just have CC to lock us down. If they had left the lock it down in characters, we could have gotten out of there. But yeah, just the solo rotated while her tower is getting destroyed by Pele and Pwash. So I mean, it's 2 kills for a tower. You can decide who comes out on top there. So basically I noticed that there's not too many kills here. So I am actually going to end up buying Thebes.
Enemy missing.
This is like a medium fast game. In fast games, I don't like buying Thebes, but in slow games and medium games, I like buying Thebes. So I'm going to go ahead and buy Thebes. I'm going to sell my brew for wards, because I do need wards this game. I might have sold my brew slightly early. But I do think we're around the time where you want to start really needing wards. About 10 minutes into the game.
Is that how this works?
See, here I'm really just placing wards and kind of scouting. See that my Pwash is backed to base, so I'm basically just going to get some farm here from the mid wave. I'm hoping this Bastet overstays and maybe we can get something going with the Pele and Posh. But at this point I noticed that the Scylla is still not in mid. So I'm like, okay, well, we got these three, kill those for me, Posh, and let's go rotate to left.
Hush. Enemies in left lane.
We need to go help.
Enemy ultimate down. Attack. Chase the enemy.
So, Pele dies, but I know they're both low, so I'm gonna stick around. Totem of Qs are important. I always help my solo laner get Totem of Qs, or I'll even solo Totem of Qs if my solo laner is not around as the support. That's me missing the ability because I suck. So I'm gonna be forced to ult her. And even then, I just barely am not able to get the kill. So I dropped that kill because I missed my Cobra's kiss. This is me blink to avoid that ult, which is a good blink by me. And then Baron finishes the kill. Now here, I'm thinking, okay, I can kill her. Is it worth it for the support to die for their mid? Support for mid. I thought it was worth it. I think support for mid is definitely a worthy trade. Especially when their mid's level 11 and mine's level 10. I could be wrong, but that's just my way of thinking. So I'm finishing off my feeds. Now normally here, if it seems like a decent or good soft game, then I just go soft. You know? Like soft's pretty core for me. I can see on, you know, like, I think soft's very core on like the more supporty backliney supports like Khepri, Geb, Ganesh. Kind of stuff like that. Even though Ganesh, I don't, you know, whatever. But like the really aggressive ones, I like building a little bit greedier, so I definitely don't hate the idea of never buying Sovereignty on Serqet and going for something more greedy.
Perfect.
Because I do that sometimes, but here I just decide to go soft. So I see my Posh kind of looks like he's being stupid, but like I said, I gotta help my teammates even when they're being dumb. Because it's better we're all on the same page as a bad plan than to not be on the same page. So yeah, Pele's just feeding, all Posh is trying to feed, I'm trying to get us to retreat. So one thing you gotta do as a support is you gotta at least try to get your teammates to make the right plays using VGS. VGS is so important.
Retreat.
Harpies are just body blocking my Cobra's kiss. I'm like, oh my god.
Go all out.
Yeah, see, I didn't play that very well, but that's definitely a situation that should just never happen, and it was just bad judgment by my teammates. But I see that my Baron has a lead on their Mulan, so here I really want to start trying to gank their left lane, because I just know it could lead to pretty easy kills. Like that. I'm getting that out of there because, I mean, obviously Bastet and Scylla showed up. I'm not stupid enough to stay in a fight like that. Now, you know, even if my Baron's gonna die. Because if it's just super hopeless, like you know there's literally 0% chance, then you can leave. And my Baron ends up living anyways because my Baron's just playing well, so, you know, it all works out in the end.
Under attack.
I think I'm just gonna go right back to left lane, and I'm even gonna call a gank. I want my Pele to go there. Like, we can get more kills.
Enemy ultimate down. Your left tower.
Got all Posh rotating with me.
Don't worry, Jim. I'm sure you helped.
Easy finish off on the Bastet. That's the good thing about Serqet Support. Like, you can just finish kills so easily because it's so easy to bridge those gaps. And then because of her true damage, even when you build tank, you're doing enough damage that once you bridge those gaps, you can also just kill them. Like, you don't even need the CC. Even though she does also have decent amounts of CC too. Like, she's just a good character. I like Serqet Support. I don't think it's great, but I think it's good.
start getting kills. Yikes.
You know, like my ult there, it's just a free kill. Like, yeah, she might not have gotten away whether I ulted or not, but at least when I ult, it makes her just die right then and there because of the CC aspect.
Attack the fire giant.
And then just in case she was gonna get away, which it might have been possible, like maybe she won't because the ult also does that tick damage. So just a great ult on Serqet.
Return to base.
Teammates are out of mana, so the destruction of this Pyromancer is pretty slow, but you're gonna get it. And so like I said earlier, here I'm gonna go just solo this Totem Coup, because there's not much else left for me to do. But as long as there's something for me to do, I should do it. Like, doing the Totem Coup is worth it. It doesn't take that long. So here I'm gonna get Cursed Onk, and that's mostly just because of the emoji. I mean, they also have a Cupid, and like maybe some other ways to heal, but I was like, you know what? I feel like Cursed Onk might actually kind of counter emoji pretty good. So I decided to pick up Cursed Onk this game. Might not have been the best relic choice, but definitely wasn't the worst. See me here just kind of thinking about it a little bit. And next I'm just going to decide to get Oni's Garb. Just because, simply because Oni's Garb is just good, and I really don't need Genjis or Shoguns.
Be careful.
On my way.
And I do end up getting more anti-heal, I think.
You rock. Be right.
Enemy spotted.
Just not right now.
Defend middle lane.
Your middle tower
Pardon
is
me?
under attack.
Like, I do think I end up buying Contagion at some point.
Can somebody report that guy?
Now, that was the most overkill thing you've probably ever seen in your life.
Killing sprees.
And it was just a heat of the moment kind of decision. So yeah, definitely was a bad play on my part.
Chase the enemy.
Could have used my ult for the Scylla.
Step aside.
Don't worry,
Nice
Jim.
work.
I'm sure you helped.
Or this Bastet.
Right tower.
You can't escape.
2 for 1.
Love me.
So yeah, that's 3 dead. 2 just backed from right lanes. That's free mid tower.
Your right tower is under attack. Attack.
Now I kind of wanted to go for Fire Giant since we're all 5 up, but we're just going to decide to gank
Gank right lane.
right lane, seeing as Cupid was kind of trying to split push. And as long as he doesn't get his back off, he's literally just a free kill. So our whole team's going to go to this lane. I'm the one who finds him. I ping the map so my teammates know that he's here.
Pardon me.
And another thing you gotta remember to grab is late game buffs. Late game people like to ignore buffs, but buffs are good at all points in the game. And you just want every little advantage over the enemy that you can get, even if it's just making sure they don't get buffs 20 minutes into the
Be
game.
careful.
So here we're just gonna rotate and try to fight on the left side of the map, seeing as Fire Giant and the tower's still up.
That's my boy right there. Brag at you.
Place a ward for teleport.
Attack.
So I just called attack Fire Giant. Milan shows up.
Enemy
Really just want to get this over with, so I'm gonna ult her off to start.
Swiftly now.
Especially since also if she's tanky and there's a decent chance we might actually even kind of need it. But we really just want to try to get the Fire Giant if we can, but
Group up.
after that Milan came through, our team got kind of low and now the rest are like coming in, so I was gonna blink in, use my Cursed Onk to start the team fight off kind of decently for us. But at the same time, I'm still not sure if this is a good fight for us, so I'm kind of wary of this fight. And I'm starting to call the retreat. Enemies are incoming.
In retreat.
Okay.
I'm just not liking this fight, but it looks like it's going pretty well.
Retreat.
You got
kind of that's really one of those level advantage fights where it's like it looks like you should get crapped on, but you don't just because you're ahead.
Try
Retreat!
not dying next time.
So yeah, at that point we're calling the retreat because it's just risky business, and there's just not too much point in fighting them right now. So I just called defend the pyromancer.
Step aside.
Obviously I'm not gonna just sit there and whack it when Bastet's walking off. I'm gonna zone her. So I'm zoning Bastet so my teammates can get the pyromancer. Now one item that's really good that I maybe should have bought before Oni's Guard, but I'm gonna buy it now, is Relic Dagger. Especially now before the nerf to Blink, now that Blink is so good, like, Relic Dagger is such a good item. Such a good item. The passive's great, the movement speed's great, the health's great.
Tactical fury! Tactical fury!
It's a great item. And I try to fit it into my build every game on Serqet. It's really good
I'll
on
defend left lane.
Blink
Enemies in left
characters,
lane.
because Blink already has a decently short cooldown for a relic. So you shorten it by another 40 seconds, it just feels like it's up the whole game. But yeah, we're just doing our objectives like we should be. We're gonna get Gold Fury here because it's just free. It's a free advantage.
Enemies in left lane.
Gonna zone the Scylla.
Take your last breath.
Enemy
She
ultimate
wants it so
incoming.
bad. Bastet came through too. Now I kinda gotta defend our teammate here. Now it's just a big team fight going around a late game Gold Fury, so I don't really know how smart that is on their part. I think that's just them kind of throwing the game,
Team got owned.
because it should just be a free fight win, as you can see.
You gonna start getting kills too, or?
Ta-da.
That's my boy right there. You can frag anyone.
Attack right lane!
Okay.
On my way!
Now one thing that I think
Attack!
a good tip is to destroy Middle Phoenix first.
On my way.
But we also have that tower still on the map that I kind of want to get to, but I mean we have an Oni wave coming in, so Mid Phoenix is looking pretty juicy.
Attack the fire giant.
On my way! I'll defend!
On my
But we're
way.
just gonna call for the Fire Giant attempt,
Okay.
which all 5 are up, but it shouldn't be that bad. It shouldn't be too risky. I see that Baron isn't zoning. I thought Baron might zone, so I was gonna attack it, but then when I see that Baron's not zoning, I'm gonna go zone. And I just want this left tower dead, so I'm calling for a left tower attack, but my team just backs. So it's like, okay, well,
Be careful.
I'll attack left.
just gonna
Be careful.
push the wave a little bit, and then I'll meet my team there, because I mean, what else am I gonna do? I could've grabbed that blue buff that's down next to me, but you know, I didn't notice till I was already backed, so. Yeah, here I pick up the Contagion.
That's
Even more anti-heal against that team that has decent healing.
step aside.
I mean, Emoji's heals are kind of dumb, so. And then you also got Cupid. I don't know if Milan has any good heals. I don't even know what that character does. I'm like the opposite of most people. When a new character comes out, I usually don't play it at all.
Attack left lane!
So here I'm going to get really aggressive on the Milan, because she's honestly out of position.
Chase the
She
enemy.
really is in this situation. I want her dead, so I'm going to ult her. kind of like Nimble. It's like, yo, this person's marked. I want this person dead. And I'm like, come on, we just really gotta get rid of this tower. I'm like, this tower's been up the whole game. It's getting old looking at this thing. But yeah, the game, they're kind of just drawing dead at this point. Like, it's looking really hard to lose at this point.
I'll attack middle lane.
On
We're
my
gonna go
way.
for middle Phoenix. It's gonna put some pressure on this Cupid while my teammates attack mid. Me
Be
being out of the
careful.
fight for the Cupid being out of the fight for a little bit is worth it. And so I see my Wash is kind of
Speaking of
being
killing
crazy,
sprees,
killing the Cupid,
we've got
but he
one
needs some
coming
peel, so I'm
up
gonna go
right
peel for him. Okay, that's what you gotta be doing as support. You gotta always be looking for who needs peel.
Master, I must go.
And if you're playing a character that doesn't have a crap ton of CC, just standing in their face is enough a lot of the times. Like Serqet, you can't just use your abilities and then walk out of the fight until your abilities are back up. You gotta stay in the fight a lot of the time,
Destroyed a middle enemy
unless you're low on health. Like if you still have a lot of health, you gotta use that health. You gotta tank with that health. Just the potential threat of you using abilities on people, even if they're already down, they might not know that, so they might choose just not to just completely ignore you, and they might just actually be scared by your presence. So using your presence in that way is a good it's a good strategy.
Your team has destroyed a
careful.
left enemy Phoenix.
Enemies
So
have
right now I
returned.
think we're just gonna get rid of all three of their Phoenixes. We're gonna take the
Ultimate
safe
is ready.
approach to this. Maybe could have ended without doing that, but again, better safe than sorry.
Not getting away this easy.
There's still
Attack
4
right
up, so
On my way.
I'm gonna put some pressure on them to make it harder for them to defend the Phoenix, because they can't really put pressure on my carries if I'm pressuring their carries. Double CC chain that Bastet so she can't use her movement ability, so she's a free kill. It's pretty good right there. Looking for a good spot to use my cursed on. I'm gonna decide to use it right here. I think I hit 3.
Someone on the other team
And that's pretty much game now that there's 4 of them dead with no Phoenixes up. 4 of them dead. I mean 3, but you know. But yeah, I'm gonna just let the rest of this game play out. Second commentary, let's get it. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Big Daddy Mofo out.
There's the spirit.
Mm-mm.